everyone, welcome to the channel for new battle report. So this is game number 5 of ETC 2025 in Talavera. We are facing, after a good Saturday, we are facing Team Colombia, who were very impressive. Colombia has been really impressive the first 2 days, and they were quite high in the table. I think about like 5th or 6th. And due to the fact that I think because we already face Italy, we are facing them, we are just behind Italy, something like that, I have in mind. So yeah, 5th round, we are still thinking we want to fight for the podium, so we want to get as much point as we can this round to try to get a final round, again one of the top team, and try to go for the podium basically. I was paired against Alfredini, and the situation was quite funny because Alfredini was sitting at my table the day before the game against the Dread Elf, so he was there I think almost all game long watching the game, so he knew exactly how my list worked, how did it play out against the Dread Elves. He's playing a different list, that being said, but yeah, it was quite strange to face someone who was spectating your game the day before. So I don't know what happened with this game the day before, maybe a handshake or something, but yeah, he was at my table the day before, so I knew him already, and we were paired together. There are a bit of choice to make at the end of the pairing between the demon and himself playing me or the vampire covenant, and at the end they went for the demon against the vampire, so he had better chances, and then Alfredini was against me. You know already my list. This was my opponent's list, so it's definitely, in comparison to the list I played before, Dread Elf, it's totally different because you see there is less combat threat and much more shooting. So it's definitely less threatening for me because it's very hard with that kind of list to really attack Infernal Dwarves. And then a standoff battle from range is very hard for him to fight. We played Breakthrough on the diagonal, and I got a secondary objective, settle the score. I went to select his Manticore. I was thinking, as always, you need to pick with settle the score something that is impactful, meaning if he doesn't play with it at all, then it's going to matter a lot because it's going to be one key strength of his army list that he doesn't get. So that's the idea, and if he plays with it, you need to be able to manage it, and I feel with double rocket battery is very likely to die if he come in the open. So that was the idea. His secondary objective is going to be capture the flag. Hard to achieve because, as you can see, I have more flags than him. He has 5, 7, something like that. Yeah, he need to kill some of mine because I have also, I think, as much or more than him basically. So I remember that he didn't win it from the beginning, so he needed to do something about that. And below you have our spell selection. Matchup analysis, yeah, it's a shooty MSU Dread Elf, so definitely different for me, which also means my estimation is higher. The primary should be mine. I think I have more scoring. I'm going to have the map control, and it's going to be very hard for him to push into my deployment zone. So I was feeling confident about that. Settle the score. I know he could hide, so we will see. His secondary means that he needs to commit and to kill some of my banners, which is not going to be easy. So I would say both secondary quite hard. Pass to victory for Infernal Dwarves, range damage, map control, move forward, and stay in control of distance. Here the keyword, not be greedy, take the points, and play on the advantage. For Dread Elf, rush very unlikely to work. I think he has not enough combat power to break my list, so if he comes at me, it's very likely that he bounce. So most likely avoidance and maybe push on the strong flank to try to go for the primary. Starting always interesting versus Dread Elf, definitely, and I think he has, yeah, like I said, not enough combat to threaten me really, so I felt confident about the matchup. Deployment wise, my opponent won the roll for side. I think he chose the side. He chose the side, and then I could start. I think that was it. So I place levies here. The Lugars can go through the impassable. Then I place other levies. My 3 immortals unit in the center. The other unit of levies in the back side of the map. And then my rocket batteries as much forward as I could. He deployed really far away from me, so really try to minimize the game. So this is going to be a short battle report because there isn't that much to explain. But basically, as I recall, he had like a big Judicator unit. 1 down, 1 up. Here you have Corsair, 2 units of Corsair here. That's the Legionnaires together with the Altar. And then in the back has some other combat unit. Here you can see the Manticore, I think. Yeah, was out of the 36. He put everything out of the 36, out of the pyro flow as well, if I recall correctly. Then you have one bolt thrower here, second one here, the chariot here, and here you have the harpies. So my turn 1, yeah, I push hard with everything I could forward. I dispel the cage, I fail hereditary, and I got fireball on the bolt thrower. I'm going to do 1 wound. His turn 1, shuffles around, I dispel the movement. My turn 2, I push forward. I get some DTs which do 2 wounds to the war machine, so I cannot do another march move from that, which already is going to slow me down. That's a bit of the problem with the ruin in the middle of the map. No matter what, it's going to be very hard for my army list to really push hard into deep in his line, so I need to still respect. I'm still careful about how he can move out, what he can push and stuff like that. I want to protect a bit you see this part of my deployment zone where he can, when he's going to try at some point to play for the primary, if he tries to. I'm installed with my master here, so really my focus will be to target the unit pushing here, definitely, and to stop him. And here I need to push as fast forward as I can to try to help with the NAFTA in case he wants to come out. But for the moment, he just plays hidden. A magic face, I get hereditary and fireball, do 3 wounds on the other on the other bolt thrower. His turn 2, I put the chariot in front to hide one of the bolt thrower. He tries to play behind the hill, but basically if I push too hard in front of the hill, he can charge me, beat me. He also ready with the RPs in case he needs a chaff, and he hides more the bolt thrower. The rest here start to push a bit bottom. Okay, all good, it's going to be into my range of pyroflow. I dispel Soul Blight, he get touch of the Reaper, do 3 wounds into the Immortal, which is nice. My turn 3, I push more forward, but I'm not that fast, and like I said, the unit in the ruin cannot push that much due to DT, and I want to stay in control. I mean, at the moment I have primary, I'm not going to get secondary, but I'm going to get some points. I'm going to get 1 or 2 points at least, so that's going to be 14, 15 most likely. So I want to stay on that with as much control as I can, basically. I start to, as you can see, to move around. The levies, they have nothing to do at the bottom part of the map, and I think they could be threatened at some point. So I want to keep that safe distance here. In case if he activates, I want him to have 1 turn in the no-go zone and then push another turn, which means enough time for me to do range damage that he won't be a threat anymore. And the levies have nothing to achieve, so I'm just going to push them into the deployment zone to make sure I'm start to counting basically how many units I need in his deployment zone to make sure that he cannot win at all the primary or tie it, no matter what he does. I'm going to get cage, 1 wound into the bolt thrower, fireball kills it, so I get one of the bolt thrower, the other one I got half point for the moment. He's turn 3, he start to push, which surprised me a bit. He start to try to push here, but let's be honest, he had nothing to achieve here. Like I said, he need another turn in the open before attempting anything, and I'm going to move back 1 turn, so it's going to be far charge. So it's going to be 2 turns in the open most likely, and I can just do range damage, so I think there is nothing to achieve. Also scoring wise, he has 1 here, 1 here, and maybe one of them was also scoring, but that's not much. I already have like 4 or 5 scoring that's going to be in his deployment zone. So I think, let's be honest, there is nothing to achieve with a push at this point of time on the bottom part of the map. To the contrary, this is going to bring me into range for Pyro with all my spell, and that's going to be very dangerous for him. So we will see how that goes. Magic Face gets another touch of the Reaper, another time 3 wounds on the Immortal, so we do a lot of work on that bottom unit here. My turn 4, I just rearrange my line, keep that distance, 24, 2 turns in the open, I can blast him, and if he moves into the zone, also shoot him. In the Magic Face, I get cage into those Judicator, going to be my target. I kill 4 with the cage, which is lucky, then I get Fireball, I kill another 2. And he dispel the Pyro Flow. I also do Rocket Battery into them and I kill another 2. So basically just lost half of the unit in this turn of being within 24. And that's obviously what was going to happen. I think up top I have nothing to shoot really. I do some bow shots into the Corsair. I was always careful about what the Judicator could charge. I don't want him to charge, break something, run me down. Could put him back for his secondary on the flanks. Could stop something from breaking through, so I need to be careful about that. My 4, I think I got now or the turn after, at some point I got here flank shot into the Corsairs, where I already did some wounds with bow shots. No, that's his 4, sorry, excuse me. So we reposition Yeah, reposition, just threatening me. If I push onto the hill, he would then charge me. That would be risky. And he continued to push a bit down. This unit didn't move due to the cage, and the rest, yes, continued to shuffle a bit down. But like I said, there is nothing here to achieve. He got another touch of the Reaper, this time only one Immortal. Luckily for me, I dispel the Soul Blight every turn. My 5, this time I get the Nafta into the flank of the Corsair, plus the bow shot, so that's going to do good amount of damage. I go into his deployment zone and I continue to do magic. I got Pyroflow, kill 7 Judicator, Fireball killed the last one, I dispelled the cage before that, so that's nice. I got the Judicator, which is good amount of point. I start to do work on auxiliaries. They are here in the bottom, I think. I kill like 3 with rocket battery, and the Nafta into the Corsair, yeah, flank shot. I kill 8. The archer finished the work, so I also got those guys here, so getting some nice amount of point. And then yeah, we're just going to do the last couple of damage. I think I may be getting another unit, and it will end up with a 13 moving +3 due to breakthrough. Nobody does the secondary, so it's going to be a 16-4 for Infernal Dwarves. Yeah, I think quiet game. It was won from the start. There wasn't much to do for my opponent. I think on a macro level, him trying to come out wasn't necessary at all. I think I couldn't push that much forward. It was hard for me pushing the Reen. I'm not that fast, so I think he could have stayed back as much as he could and just protect his unit the most he can do. And I think that way he could have got maybe 1 or 2 points more. So I think that was a slight difference. By moving out, he gave me maybe 1 or 2 points too much. But that was a lost game. I mean, that was a 6 on the matrix for him, most likely. Something he cannot really win, to be honest. Yeah, team-wise, we got a good pairing. As you can see, we only got 1 match slightly negative. The rest was all positive for us, so we felt good about the pairing. I got, like you saw, a 16. Xavier didn't go as expected, got an 8. Andy was a very good matchup, he got a 20. We got Philip doing 14 against the Dread Elf. The Demon Legion was an interesting game. I was next to it, so I was able to follow it a little bit. It was a very interesting game. Then Dimitri, very good win. 16. Paul lost slightly. 9. And Aurelian didn't went well against Kankar, who did a very good game. Yeah, he was very good player. I faced him online couple of weeks before ETC, so I knew that it was a very good Vermin Swamp player, and he got a very good win here on a matchup that we felt was positive. And then we also got a big loss against the Orc and Goblin game, so we got some losses. As you can see, we got 4 losses, 4 wins, but we were able to claim bigger win than losses, basically, which makes us winning the round 90-70. So yeah, very good run from Colombia. They definitely caused us some issues. And despite the pairing we felt was good, we lost heavily on some tables, so congrats to them for a tough round. But still, that was a good result for us, because after this round we were 3rd, and just behind us was Team France, who just lost heavily against Poland. So we were going to play for the podium against Team France, and we got a nice advantage of 7 points over them before the last round, so that's, I would say, an ideal situation for us towards our goal to be on the podium at the end of ETC. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks to my very nice opponent for this game, and talk to you soon on the channel for game number 6. Goodbye.